Hey YouTube, I'm here to show you my video game finds for September 13, 2014 and a week before that. Overall, a pretty good week, I would say. Got quite a few things, a lot of consoles this week compared to last week. Thrifting, not so much, but garage selling went really well, I would say. So, get right into it with the thrifting. Like I said, not that much stuff, only a few items. The first item I'll show you is, I think it is for the Sega Genesis. It's an ASIC-ware controller for the Sega Genesis. And then I picked up a few games at Savers. Actually, there were sports titles, but some sports titles, I mean the newer ones do have some value, so I picked those up. Major League Baseball 2K10 for the Wii. For some reason Wii games, sports titles have a little bit more value than the Xbox and PS3. That's why you see me buy a lot of Tiger Woods games and golf games from the Wii. And then Madden 13 for the Xbox 360. I only paid like $3 each. I mean, this is only like a $7 game, but still, profit's profit. So those were actually the only finds I got at Savers, not that much, like I said. And then at Goodwill, I got a few games. They actually did have quite a few Xbox 360 games, but the pricing at this Goodwill was just absurd. So I only picked up 2 games. Tales of Vesperia for the Xbox 360, and then Lost Odyssey. This one, I opened this up, I was so surprised that this one had it actually has 4 discs, so quite a lot of content. So I paid quite a bit, I actually paid $11 a piece on these games. It's very high, I would say, for Goodwill price. I don't know who was doing pricing that day. And then at a different Goodwill, I got this game. It is sealed. For the GameCube, NBA Street Volume 2. A little bit tear on the bottom of the seal, but it is still sealed. So those are my pickups for thrifting. Overall, like I said, not that much stuff. Garage selling went really well in the beginning. Kind of opposite of what happened last week. Pretty much the first few garage sales I picked up stuff, and then I think after 9 o'clock I tried to do something, go to a different place, different city, and it did not work out so well. But like I said, the very first place, really good to pick up, was a rummage sale, school rummage sale, and I think I was the first person, not first person in line, but the first person to get to the table with video games. So I picked up, I think, the majority of stuff. Some of them were just box only. I think it worked out to be everything here. I would say $30. I did buy a bunch of other stuff. It worked out to be $44 for everything, but I think for the gaming stuff, it was around $30. A nice mixture of stuff as well. I'll show you the empty box stuff. They just tossed these in for free. I just mentioned that they were empty. So, Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland. Empty box. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Sonic Battle. Sonic the Hedgehog for the Game Gear. And empty box of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for the Genesis. So, those were just empty boxes. Wish they were in there, but what can you do? So, most of the other stuff, I think they priced everything around $2, so all the games. So, 2 Game Boy games, the Smurfs, and better of the 2 Game Boy games, Donkey Kong Land. And then, also I picked up a few PS3 games and a PS2 game. Should have passed on the first 2 probably, but $2 a piece, I'm not complaining. Sports Champions for the PS3, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07. Uncharted 3, Sonic Sega All-Star Racing, and Sonic Unleashed. So those were for the PS3 games. They only had a few PS2 games. I only picked up 1, Finding Nemo for the PS2. And then they also had a few Genesis games that actually were in the box, so I picked up those 2. Animaniacs and Toy Story. And then, for a different console, separate different console, I picked up 2 Sega CD games, probably not very valuable. Well, definitely this one probably not because it is a sports title. NFL's Greatest Hits, San Francisco versus Dallas, but it is hard to find Sega CD games, and mostly Sega CD boxes in this condition, so I just picked it up. This one did have more value, but it is not the right disc inside. Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. But inside is actually a different game. The game is Sewer Shark, and then it came with the manual for Sewer Shark. So I don't know what happened here, but still, I rarely find Sega CD games, so still a nice pickup. And then they actually had a different console there. Actually had 2 consoles there. I only picked up one of them. A Sega Genesis, a Super Nintendo. Came with all the cords, but no controllers. It came with a few games, but nothing fantastic, I would say here. Mario Paint, Tasmania, and Beethoven. And then it came with the mouse for Mario Paint. I think that is everything. The very first place. So it was really well. I was really happy. The very first place, all this stuff. And then the very second place, also more stuff. I'm trying to figure out which one it was. After that garage sale, I hit another garage sale. I think the posting said they had some video game stuff, and the posting said they had some PS2, PS3 games. So pretty much she wasn't ready to set up, or she was in the middle of setting up, so I just asked, and she said, oh yeah, they're inside, so I'll grab them. So I picked these up for $20 for everything. Transformers for the PS2. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. And then one Xbox 360 game, Once Upon a Monster. I should have passed on this one. And NCIS for the PS3. The Xbox 360 and the PS3 games were $5 a piece. And the PS2 games were $2 a piece. So after that, there was another posting. I think it was just a regular garage sales early in the morning. Not many 7 o'clock garage sales. And it actually worked out to be a townhouse community sale. And there's only one person selling video game stuff, so I bought this, an N64, just it by itself. Doesn't have the expansion, but it was only $10. I picked it up. And then he also had next to it Game Boy SP. It is AGS-001, and inside was one game, Spyro Season of Ice. So pretty nice pickup. It was only $5. I haven't tested it. The power was on, so I guess the battery was dead. So I gotta give it a charge, but I think it looked like it was pretty good condition. So after that listing, there was another listing for garage sales, so I headed that way. I mean, video games. And I think it was the first one there, or second one there. But I picked up one. Actually, even the subject was video game accessories, not video games. But they did have a console. Picked it up, PS2, for $20. And then she threw in a bunch of games for $20. It had 2 remotes and all the cords, and I think like 3 or 4 memory cards. But he also had a bunch of games, so you bundled it all together, it worked out to be $20. So he had a bunch of PS1 games, Army Men, World War, Tomb Raider 2, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 3, Twisted Metal, Crash Team Racing, finally, actually this wasn't the rummage, the very first sale, Final Fantasy 9, sorry about that, missed it. So you're probably wondering where the PS2 games were. We actually only had one PS2 game that was in the box, or original case. It was Army Men's Sarge's Heroes 2. I think there were a few others, but I didn't pick those up. But then he had a bunch of disc-only games, and all the disc-only games were really good. I mean, I wish they had cases, but they didn't. They were quite a bit scratched up on some of them, but now I'm looking at it, probably they should work. I'll probably give them all a play. So all disc only, Akami, Vex, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Dark Cloud, Crash Nitro Kart. This one definitely the best one. I have all of them. Dark Cloud 2, and finally Spyro's Riptor's Rage. This is PlayStation 1. I might actually have the case for this one, so not a bad. Actually, I might have the Greatest Hits one, because this one, you can usually tell Greatest Hits is usually a gray color, but non-Greatest Hits is usually the colored version. So that was all one pickup, 20 bucks. Really, really good deal. I just put everything in a box and she's like 20 bucks. I'm like, okay. So after that, there's only one other pickup that I really got stuff at. This was a block sale. So I picked up another PlayStation 2. Nothing else. Well, actually I had two controllers and I was debating because it was also $20. But one of the controllers was the main reason why I picked 20 bucks, because lately I've noticed the PS2 consoles have dropped in price this year, so 20 bucks is kind of my tops, but I still need to get more stuff for 20 bucks. Like the first PS2 with all the games, definitely a good pickup. So this one, it came with two controllers, and one of them was a PS3 DualShock, so definitely worth the pickup. But didn't come with any games or anything else. So there's only one other pickup that I picked up, video game, and this one actually was in the free box. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Collector's Edition or Limited Collector's Edition. The only reason why it was in the free box because it's actually missing the game. I'll show you real quick. It actually has everything else except the game. It has the bonus disc, the artwork, instructions. So I think eventually I'll find the game and just put it in here. So that's pretty much everything I picked up. Like I said, it was in the very beginning. I say this is like the first 6 or 7 garage sales I hit. And then at 9 o'clock I decided to go to a different city next door I usually go to, because it has citywide, and I think that was just a big mistake, because either I showed up too early or it's hard because people don't put descriptions on what they're selling. It's usually very generic. I think I hit like 20 or 30 garage sales there, and I only picked up one video game related item. I guess it's not really video game related, it's just, it has Mario and Luigi for $1. Super Mario Checkers. Only $1, so I was like, you know, whatever. It's been a rough hour or two. Actually, there was another lot. I showed up, I think, like 1 or 2 minutes late, and this lady bought this huge PS2, PS1, PS2 bundle for like 30 bucks or something. Probably like a minute or two behind her, but not a big deal. Like I said, the very first one, very surprising to get such a huge mixture of games. Several different games for several different consoles. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Sorry there was no spy footage this week. Again, for some reason the spy camera keeps crashing on me. I gotta fix it before I go garage selling next week, and hopefully I'll get more spy footage. So see you next week. See ya.